Hi guys, it's Miss Abby. Welcome to Storytellers Club for this week. We're so glad to see you. If you guys remember, we've been talking through the story of the whole Bible. We've had 2 weeks so far of the first 2 parts of the story. Do you guys remember? We talked about how God created everything in the beginning. He made the grass and the trees and the plants and the animals, and then he created a man and a woman and he placed them in a beautiful garden. And do you guys remember how in week 2, the man and the woman disobeyed God and it was so sad? They made a bad choice. They broke the one rule that God had given them, and that ruined everything that was perfect. But God still had a good plan, even after the man and the woman made a bad choice. And so today we're going to talk about what happened next, because after the man and the woman left the garden, they had a family. And then their family had families, and those families had families, and those families had families, until the whole earth was filled up with people. But you guys, there was something really sad, because the whole earth was full of people, but all of those people were making choices that made God sad. They were disobeying him, and they were doing things that were really awful. And so God said, finally, I am going to have to wipe away everything that I have created. He said, these people are so wicked and rebellious and disobeying me, I'm going to have to wipe it all away. But there was one man, and his name was Noah. Can you guys say Noah? His name was Noah, and he was a faithful man who obeyed God. And so God said to Noah, Noah, I have some special directions for you. And Noah said, okay. And God said, Noah, I need you to build a really big boat. And so Noah got his tools, and he started building a boat. He obeyed all of the directions that God gave him, and he built a boat that was so big. Do you guys like my boat? This is a pretend boat, it's not a real boat. But Noah's boat was a real boat, and it was even bigger than this. And then after Noah had obeyed God, God said, Noah, now it's time to get 2 of every kind of animal, except some animals. You need to get 14 of those animals. He said, get all these animals and round them up and take them into your boat with you and your family. And so Noah went into the boat with his family and with the animals that God had told him to bring. Do you like my animals? And when Noah and his family were all safely inside the boat, do you know who closed the door? I'm about to close the door now. But when Noah and his family got into the boat, God closed the door behind them, and they were in their boat. And then, you guys, it started to rain. And it rained, and it rained, and it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Do you guys know that's even longer than we've all been staying in our houses? Noah and his family had to stay in their boat, and they waited and they watched, and it rained just like it's doing now. It's a rainy day today. And Noah and his family and the animals all stayed in the boat until finally it stopped raining. And the boat landed on a mountain. And when Noah and his family and the animals came out of the boat, everything that they had known before, all of the other people and the animals and everything on the earth had been wiped away. They were gone. But when Noah and the animals and his family all came out of the boat, do you know what happened next? They made a sacrifice and they worshiped God. And God said to Noah and his family, I am never again going to destroy the earth with a flood like I did this time. There will never be water that covers the whole earth ever again. And God did something really special after that. God put a rainbow in the sky as a reminder of his promise that he was never going to fill up the whole earth with water ever again. And today, when we look in the sky, we can remember that God has a good plan, that his good plan is still going, even when things seem really hard. Because Noah and his family probably didn't want to stay inside their boat for 40 days and 40 nights, you guys. and they didn't want the whole earth to be filled up with water and everything to be wiped away, but they trusted God because God had a good plan. Thanks for tuning in for this week's Storyteller Club. I'm so excited that I got to see you for a little bit. If you want to find out what happens next in God's good plan, you're going to have to tune in again next week on Wednesday. Everybody say Wednesday. Good job. I can't wait to see you. Remember, I love you and Jesus loves you.